but that's because we're too hot, Sharon. Okay, I'm about to introduce, and then I'm about to bring you on. All right, I have to go into my YouTube as well too. So let me go into my YouTube before I do that. Okay, here we are. Okay, guys. All right. So we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've had some technical difficulties, but here I am. Let me mute this. Okay, we're going live from YouTube. So I am going to take this link right now. I am going to copy it. And then I am going to go over to Facebook. And I'm going to plaster it. So everybody who was waiting for the show, here we are, right? And then let me add the photo because we're going live now. That's checking in. That's beautiful. Open. Okay. Okay. And we are live now. Okay. So that's, I'm going to post that. And then I'm going to do at JLove Live Life. That's a cross post. So then that's a post. And okay, so that's the link. So click the link. Edit post. Let me do a little edit real quick. Live now. Perfect. Let me, oh, I've already tagged you guys. Save. All right, I am going to actually copy this now just for 2 seconds. Technical difficulties, but you know what? We're gonna get through this. Then save, and then I can hear all that noise, Aggie, with the papers. Oh, I know, yeah. I know you're trying to be silent. Right, and that's happening right now. And then guess what? Post. And we are, listen, we are in business. We're in business. We're in business. Okay, so we have YouTube going. I got the Zoom going. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let me just get on the exact post and then I'm gonna bring you in. Okay, let me do one. I have to do one post too as well, Sharon, so that everybody knows where to go and what's happening. Copy. I gotta send this to my groups on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Okay, let's see. Group. We're getting it together, guys. This is like real time. Right, and then gallery. Let me send the flyer. Okay, that's happening right now. Okay, and then I am going to go to my second list. Where's my list too? And then paste, and then copy. And we're ready to go. And we are ready to go. Okay, all right, guys, listen. All right, we are starting. Welcome to a brand new episode of Checking In. You know, guys, this is my new virtual series. It started out as a COVID response, you know, but now it's really about checking in with some of the friends and some of my colleagues and just different people who I admire. And let me tell you, today it is all about empowerment and woman empowerment, yes, but people empowerment, yeah. I say if you empower a woman, women empower themselves. Listen, life will be sweet. So, as an empowered woman myself, I will be joined today by Miss Sharon Flax Brutus from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. You guys know how much I love the beautiful British Virgin Islands, as well as a friend of mine that I've known for over 20 years, Heather Kollar from New Jersey. So I'm excited. I am going to bring Sharon on. Now, while I'm doing that, guys, you know, we're doing something new. We're streaming live on YouTube. I put the links in the Facebook. I sent you the WhatsApp. So send your questions my way, and just share, and stay connected. All right. So I'm gonna bring on Sharon. Okay. Let me see. Perfect. Let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you. Do I have the right one on?
My voice is here, but
yes, your voice is here, but I'm not seeing the image. Maybe it is because I'm seeing you kind of twice. So let's see. Let's see. Is it that there's one that I have you
has asked you to start your video, so let me start my video.
Okay, beautiful. So let me take off this one. Okay, remove. Okay, let me see, cancel. I don't know if I want to remove this one or yes, let me remove this one. Okay, beautiful. Oh, okay, first of all, view envy.
I am sitting on my porch and the sun is setting. I was trying to say, okay, let's make sure that Jeanette Jalova gets me on so that your viewers can take a look at the that's the view that I have every morning. I come out on my porch and I take a deep breath and to say I'm happy that I'm alive. But thank you for having me chat with you this afternoon.
No, absolutely. You know, I mean, okay, so I always like to have all my guests just look straight to camera, introduce themselves, and then we're going to get right into it, okay? So go ahead.
Okay, looking right into the camera, I'm Sharon Flax Brutus, and as I said to Jalova, I consider myself a BVI gladiator. Women empowerment, and again, I believe in empowering people, empowering persons to feel good and positive about themselves. There's always something to be positive about, despite whatever is going on.
Absolutely. I mean, well said. Now, okay, guys. Now, I always have to give you a little history if I know my guest, right? So I do know Sharon personally. Sharon and I met about a year ago, almost to the date, quite really, almost to the date a year ago. Mm-hmm. Easter Sunday, that was the first time I visited the British Virgin Islands. And I mean, we just hit it off, just so much vibes. Sharon is like a get it done. And the more I have gotten to know you, it is because you come from a long line of get it done women.
I do, I have to say, I always talk about, and Jeanette, I always talk about my
Mama Norma,
my mother, Mom Norma, 7 kids, she was an entrepreneur, moved to the BVI from Antigua. My grandmother as well in Antigua was a political suffragist. And I just come from a family of doers. I had a quote here and I wanted to share it with you because it was so interesting while you were trying to get us connected and everything. And the quote is, and I'll read it from my phone. It says, "We're never done. If we lose this round, we prep for an appeal. If you lose that, you prep for a second appeal. There's always another move. Whatever happens, you do not give up." I do not give up. And I admire you for that as well too, because I'm sitting here saying at one point, okay, maybe we should try this tomorrow. So again, I think that needs to be the motto on what women should look at and aspire to we should never give up. We gotta keep moving. We gotta keep, as I say, keep daring greatly while we ride the waves.
Right, absolutely. I mean, we always have to create another pathway and have another plan, because what we want is so desirable that we really need to be able to focus and get it. Um, I have, watched you, and you're like, gladiator would be the word, right? Because Superwoman is a little, I don't know, cliche, but gladiator is ready for war, right? They come ready for the fight. And that's a lot of what we miss, right? In terms of, we don't necessarily want to get into the ring and have a fight.
Exactly.
But I see you do that all the time.
You have to prepare, you have to strategize, and you have to plan. Yes, sometimes it is that you're supposed to go A, B, C, D, but if you find that A, B, C, D is not working, sometimes you need to go to F or to Q and to bring yourself right back, because at the end of the day, we all should aspire to have goals. Things that we want for ourselves, for our families, for our kids, for our careers. And and I find that one of the things that there's always that negativity out there, but you kind of have to keep your head down and you have to keep focused. And sometimes you have to get in the ring.
Right.
You have to get in that ring. You have to get in the arena. And as I like to say that, gladiators, you have to stand and fight, Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to run. You have to stand and deal. And that's what my mother taught me. That's what she taught my sisters. And for me, it's about living out her legacy, as well, being a strong, Caribbean woman, moving forward and moving women in the Caribbean forward as well too.
I feel that from you. I see that from you. I've experienced that with you, right? As far as you moving other people forward, like you have this Harriet Tubman mentality, right? It's like you have to pull people forward. Talk to me a little bit about that, because that is really a lot of your legacy. For those who don't know, Sharon is also the director of tourism for the BVI, but we chose to go with, when I was talking to you about a title, I said, give me a title you wanted to go by. And you said gladiator. And immediately I said, yeah, this is the segment about empowerment, and you are in fact a true gladiator. But talk to me a little bit about some of the things that you do, within the British Virgin Islands to help empower people and women in general.
Yes, I think that, people in the BVI know me as being very, very female centric. Right. And it's not necessarily, about, for lack of a better word, emasculating anyone. Right. I just believe that, we're equal. And when we sit in that room, we shouldn't ask to be equal, because the seat at the table is also ours. Absolutely. And I believe that some of us who have gone ahead, in terms of some of us who are older, we're somewhat battle scarred, we have a responsibility as well to pull, some of these young ladies forward, have them see that, yes, you can achieve this, and as well help to empower them with the tools. And the biggest success, for what I'd like to see moving forward in the BVI, the next director should be, I'd like to be a female. Of course, it means that, she still has to make sure that she has the criteria to get her there, so that she can be respected in her own right. And as well, I like to talk to young women about, holding themselves up and being proud of who they are and where they want to be. I believe that in my job, I believe in having management trainees. I believe in moving ladies forward. I'm also involved in a lot of community activities, and I as well always try to pull the ladies to the forefront, because leadership um, needs to have that humanitarian and that emphatic type of feeling as well too.
Mm-hmm.
And women tend to bring a lot of that to the table.
Right.
Don't mistake it for being
Right. Oh,
softness.
weak. Don't take it for
Or
being
weak.
weak.
Don't take it for being.
Not. It's not. It's
It's
connection.
connection and being able to look at things through through a different lens.
Mm.
So with what's happening with COVID, we know that the world is going to change,
Yes.
whether we want it to or not. And the thing is, are we going to sit back and let it take us over, or are we going to say to ourselves, let us be the world changers? Let us
Right.
make that paradigm shift where we are on top of the curve instead
Mm-hmm.
of trying to navigate being underneath. So again, I just believe
Mm-hmm.
in keeping it moving, and keep moving it forward and
Yes.
embracing opportunities.
You know, I love that. Talk to me, because I've been asking all my guests this one question, to tell me something that you have manifested in your life. You know for a fact, listen, I thought about it and it happened. I knew that I manifested this.
Um, I would say I come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that everyone, my three brothers and three sisters, all of us in that household growing up as kids were A-type personalities.
Right.
And it's always been my dream to own my own business. And I own my own businesses along with my husband. And
Mm-hmm.
the idea is to have a business that is so service oriented,
Yes.
um, that it's all about a people connection. And I've been able to start that business. I'm seeing successes. I'm
Yes.
also seeing different opportunities. You
Mm-hmm.
and I met,
Yes.
and and out of that blossomed an opportunity. And again, it's very personal in
Mm-hmm.
terms of what I do.
Yes.
One part of my business is I do villa management, and
Mm-hmm.
it's about taking that villa and for that owner and treating that villa as if it's mine.
Right. Right.
Treating the
The
guest
personal touch.
experience. Yes, when that guest comes, if that guest needs to call me at 2 in the morning, I need to be able to answer that phone at 2 in the morning and
Right.
deliver.
Right.
So again,
Right.
it's all
Right.
about service and it's all about creating. Yes, the internet is there, and yes, there's so much technology, but that personal touch now. How do we take that personal touch to the next level because of social distancing?
Right. Right.
That is something to consider in terms
Mm-hmm.
of how can I be creative? How can I have the BVI from a tourism perspective,
Right.
ride that curve so that when it flattens, we're at the top of it because what we're offering is something different.
Right, right, right. Cutting edge BVI. Listen, Sharon, I think that, well, I know for a fact that you're definitely the person to get the BVI idea as far as tourism. When I came last year, you guys had experienced a hurricane. I think it was 2 years prior or a year
Yes.
prior. And I would tell you, I would have had to look for the damage. I felt so much warmth and so much just there's a hominess about the BVI that really resonated with me. And I know a lot of people go and they definitely want to come back. So when things are back up in business, everybody, you guys know I love the BVI. That's gonna be one of the first places I travel to. Because when I come there, I feel like it's home, right? Everyone has
Yes.
been so nice. I want to ask you a question. So
Sure.
my
Sure.
question, so my question to you is, tell me something that you love about yourself.
Ah, well, there are a lot of things that I love about myself. I've been taught to be very positive.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I love about myself is that I do not give up.
Right.
It's not a matter of being, disrespectful or rude or a bully, But I love that that I look at options.
Right.
I love the fact as well that, my mother taught me that irregardless of what the situation is, you must be fair and
Right.
you must be positive. And she also said that no matter what is going on, you must always make sure that you look good. So that she said that when you walk down the street, she says somebody must always look back at you in a positive light. So
Right.
even now, I make sure that when I leave, I'm home now. And I said to
Right.
my husband, I said, you know what? It's been 3 weeks since I've been able to dress up and put
And do
on
something. Right.
makeup and everything. And he was so excited for me as well too, but I couldn't get myself sorted that he
Right.
actually, and I know you would enjoy this, he
Oh,
actually cut a coconut for me, and my straw
so sweet.
matches my coconut, and I was supposed to sip it. So I have to make sure that I sip it for him because,
Yes.
he's the love of my life, and I couldn't
Yes.
do what I do without him. So here's to him
Sharon,
and here's to you.
I am going to be doing a little series that's like all about a love story, and I'll be bringing you back on because I want you all to hear this love story that Sharon got going on. Okay, listen. But listen, now since everyone is quarantined, now listen, island quarantine right now where you are on Virgin Gorda is a different kind of quarantine, because I know that you're overlooking the sea. But how has it been for you quarantining with B?
Oh, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. I think, it helped. The quarantine has helped to make the relationship even stronger. We enjoy a lot of fun things. I love flowers, but my thumbs are they're not even green. They're not green. They're not even brown. They're black. I I love flowers, and he knows that. So our garden now, I mean, we've had the time to do that, but it's been wonderful to be able to spend time together. I'm a volunteer as well.
Yes.
I run one of the volunteer organizations here in Virgin Gorda, and he and I have bonded with that as well too, because he's very supportive. Goes out with me when we're, checking on the vulnerable, delivering care packages, just checking on persons. So, out of every crisis creates an opportunity. And,
Absolutely.
I had a boss who always said, never let a good crisis go to waste.
Ooh,
So I
ooh,
did not let this crisis go to waste in
go
terms
to waste.
of
Yes.
being able to spend time at home with my husband and my little puppy Passion.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Well, I am so happy that you were able to come on. I'm happy that you got a little break, an opportunity to restructure because you are going all the time. You are so busy, but yet so effective. So, I am very happy to have you in my life, Sharon.
Yes, and so am I, and I am happy. I'm looking forward to you coming down to the BVI as soon as we're open. I know you're
Ready.
one of your favorite islands. Yes, mine is one of your favorite, of course, but I know you love Anegada, and
You
we
know I
had
love
so
Monica.
much fun the last time we connected there because it was your birthday as
We
well.
did. Yes, it's
Um,
true. Oh my God, we had so much fun. We had so much fun. But I will tell you though, I love Lobster Fest, but I love Anagata when no one is there.
Yes, and I know how we've spent some time there as well too. One of our anniversaries, and it's the most pleasant thing to be able to lie in one of
Yes.
the hotels at night and hear the waves, and and drive along on the dirt road. Some of the folks don't like the dirt road, but I think that creates the mystery and the excitement of Anegada.
Yes, yes, listen,
Yes,
I could talk about the British Virgin Islands all day, but I really do love Anagata. I do have to spend some more time in Virgin Gorda. I spend the
yes,
least time in Virgin Gorda, but of course, my all-time favorite is Cane Garden Bay.
yes.
So
Lots happening there in Cane
I
Garden
need
Bay.
Sharon, I need like a half an acre right on the hill, down the road from Quito's. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay, and I'll work on it, because as far as I'm concerned, we love you in the BVI. We consider you an honorary BVI lander, or what we call a belonger. So you're an honorary belonger in
I'm an
Bible.
honorary belonger. I love
Yes,
that. I'm holding you to it. All right.
of
Thank you
course.
so much.
And thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
Enjoyed
Sharon.
it.
Bye.
All
Oh, I love
righty.
Sharon so much.
Love
Bye.
you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, listen. So of course that was Sharon Flax Brutus from the British Virgin Islands. BVI Gladiator. I mean, just a very strong, a powerful woman, you know, and I am so happy to call her friend. I am going to take a quick look and see what's happening over on my social media channels. Oh, hello, Bonnet. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see what's happening over on. Now, my next guest, guys, listen, I am bringing you a lot today. Okay, I'm bringing you a lot today. My next guest is my girlfriend. She is a true superpower sister. Okay, for sure. Her name is Heather Kollar, and I have known her for like, oh my God, like 14 years. We'll tell you the story. We're gonna tell you the story. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more thing with this link. All right, I'm gonna paste this. Beautiful. Post. Okay. All right, that's good. I'm gonna go back onto my. Okay, I am going to bring my girl Heather on. Start video, unmute. Hello.
Hello, JJ. How
How
are
you do?
you?
I am good, babe. Okay, so what I'm gonna ask you to do is take your phone and let's go on to Instagram.
At the same time?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go on and then you're gonna go on to
Okay.
Right? Hold on
Invite
one
me on.
second. Yeah, hold on one second. Let me just go on.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Good to join you today.
Yes.
I hope you're doing good. I know my Jenny is out there. Genesis is checking.
Yes, because exactly. Genesis and I think she just mentioned, just said like, hey, in my message or something like that. So I'm just gonna try to get this. I'm trying to have this in the shot. Okay, so here we are. So join my live now and then I'm gonna join you in.
Okay.
Move my chair a little bit.
Oh, the video on Instagram is nice.
Oh, of course, because Instagram has all the lights and stuff. My stuff here is actually nice too. I have good lighting here in front.
I didn't set up my lighting. I should have. Let me see if I can scoot over.
Yeah, do it real
My
quick.
elliptical.
Okay, so now you have to request to join the live.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm bringing on my girl Heather. Okay, do I see you? Beautiful. And then view, you're gonna be on. Go live with Heather. Beautiful. You're gonna come in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Ah, there you go.
There you go. Hi, everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute my Zoom.
Right. No, don't mute your Zoom. Lower your just lower the volume so you don't hear, and then unmute your Zoom because I need to tape that.
How's this, everybody? Can everyone hear good?
That's good. Take your volume all the way down on your phone, your in-call volume.
Yeah, I have it.
Ooh. Oh, add headphones. Okay. Let me put my headphones back. I think we're getting my feedback.
Yeah, because this is not allowing me to go completely down on my phone.
Beautiful. Okay, I think we're good. Audio
Hi,
sounds
everybody.
good. All right. Okay, Heather, before we start, I'm just going to ask you to look straight to camera, introduce yourself.
All right, everyone. How are you? Can you see me? I'm trying to set this Insta up so that it's good with my phone, too. Let's see. I don't have the fancy hook you have.
I know, I have a whole contraption, right?
Yep. So this should be good.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Heather Kollar.
Mm,
Jeanette and I have known each other since 2005, Jay. So
mhm.
right about 15 years. March made 15 years.
Oh yeah. Oh God, Heather, please don't date us.
Looking
Yourself.
good. Looking good. Looking good.
Girl,
I actually put on perfume today. I don't even remember the last time I
let's
put
not
on
put on
perfume.
perfume. You know what? It's so interesting about, listen, it is so interesting because putting on perfume, it doesn't really make sense, but it makes you feel like if you're going somewhere and something is happening,
Exactly.
you know? So okay, I have a little echo. I'm gonna ask you to take off your headphones and just use your audio.
All right, we'll see. Is this
See,
better?
there's a background audio. I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that on my end? Trying to
It's my
fix
phone.
technical
I'm pretty sure it's
difficulty.
my phone.
Oh, it's good. It was too close to probably a speaker.
Maybe.
Yeah, because now it's sounding much better.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I don't know where to look.
It's okay. No, you just look straight into Zoom.
All right.
Look straight into Zoom. Don't worry about it. Look straight into Zoom.
All right. So let me hook this up over here. Maybe this will work.
Yeah, because I don't want to get the feedback.
Just a little bit, but we'll be all right.
It's too close. It's too close. I can hear it.
Talk now.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself. Let's start it.
Hey, everyone. How are you? My name is Heather Kollar. I am a serial entrepreneur, good friends with Jay Lover. I'm
Mhm.
so proud of the work that she's doing. And I am a specialist. I am a subject matter expert in water quality and also air and surface purification. I'm a writer. Uh, I have a little poochie buttercup. I love working out. I love coaching people. And, you know, just making the most of life, always doing my best and figuring this thing called life out.
You know, Heather has been one of my really good friends for a long time. And I can say that I have been blessed to have, you know, many good friends, but Heather is one of my really, really, really good friends. So I love her dearly. And, you know, when I was doing this empowerment event, you know, this virtual series that I've started, Sharon and Heather. So we got it together. And, you know, Heather, you know, one of the things that I love about you is you have always been a very assertive woman, right? You've always been a go-getter. When we met, you had a greeting card company called Blue Night Greetings,
Yes.
and we were selling greeting cards. And the level of hustle that we were enduring. Do you remember that one time we went to like, what was it, like 6 states in like
In
one
one
day?
day. In one day. Yeah, I
My
think
God.
we started out in Connecticut, made our way through New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, well, Pennsylvania, then Maryland, DC, and in Virginia. So
Yes,
however many places that is, we went through the whole Eastern Seaboard.
we did.
Um,
Selling greeting cards.
yeah,
Selling greeting cards, you know.
yeah,
And you know, I always remember, you know, we would go to all these events in Harlem, and you know, we were just always moving and shaking. And a lot of what I really started off learning as an entrepreneur really came from that experience with you.
yes.
So guys, listen, I owe my girl a lot because
Oh,
we
thank you,
really kind of just
JJ.
dove in, right? We met each other and then we dove in. But I really want to talk about some of the things that you and I talk about, right? You and I talk a lot about being connected with self and being able to
Mandatory.
pivot in a time like this. Tell me a
Must
little bit
pivot.
about what your own response has been to COVID-19.
For me, this whole situation, it really hasn't changed much of my daily routine. I had decided, so I work completely on my own, like Jay Leva. And so back in, let's say, January at the beginning of the year, I had decided that I was really going to scale back on a lot of the live events, the networking events, the business development events that have been
Right,
going to, because I know so many people
right.
already. And it really, I was just at the point where, okay, we need to scale, we need to take this to the next level of engagement. And I just have some sit down work I got to do. So when this hit, I was already in like a self-quarantine. I wasn't calling it self-quarantine, but I had really decided to buckle down and just do a lot of the hard work that I didn't want to do. And that's something maybe we could talk about, because it definitely is important when you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And in any aspect of life, really. And so my life has changed as far as I think most people dealing with the gravity of the situation and remaining positive in that's much better, Jeanette. For me anyway. I don't hear the feedback. And so for me, the biggest challenge that I've really had is digging in deep, dealing with the gravity of the situation. And, you know, as an entrepreneur, like Jeanette said, you always have to pivot. You always have to, you know, have faith and take the next step ahead, because you don't necessarily know what is going to happen. You don't have the security, which a lot of people are finding out isn't so secure, but you don't have the security of a traditional job. And so you have to always be in creation mode when you are, oh, you see much? When you are an entrepreneur. And so for me, it's really been dealing with the gravity of the situation, obviously not really being able to go out as much or hardly at all. Maybe I get outside for 10 minutes a day to walk my dog, but that's about it. That's really been the gravity of the situation, dealing with the reality as it unfolds, having my own beliefs about what this is, and then also still recognizing in the same space that this is also one of the greatest opportunities that have ever come our way. Right. And I know it may sound difficult for people to really digest that.
Sharon said the exact same thing about facing crisis.
Yes.
So definitely. Yeah.
And you know, it's so interesting. I was listening, and I've shared this with you. So, you know, one of the really big aspects of becoming and being, right? It's not even becoming, but being a superpower sister, which is the process of becoming, is that we are responsible for this level of self-awareness where you have to understand that what kind of state are you in at any given time. And so you can be gentle with yourself. It's not always about being go, 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 but you do need to recognize when you're getting feedback, you don't feel good, you feel stressed out, maybe even a little unstable at times. These are all indicators that you are being signaled to address something in your life.
Yeah.
And I was listening, I shared this with you. I was listening to Miles Monroe earlier in the week, and he has a great talk that he gives called The Keys of Benefiting During a Crisis. And one of the things that he really hones in on is that you are forced during a crisis mode to create. Because whatever a crisis exists because the old ways don't work anymore.
Correct.
They just don't work. And so it's actually, it forces you, survivors and thrivers, it forces us to step into spaces that are extremely empowering and powerful. Our brains switch into a very different state where, you know, you have to be on the creation path. And so
it's
that's
almost like survival mode in a sense, because you know you have to be able to rise above everything that's happening. So you literally have to say, I have to take this to the next level. One of the things that I was talking to Sharon about was the fact that a lot of times what we are afraid of is the fight, right? We're afraid of the battle, the conflict that comes with change or that comes with a crisis, right? But we literally can't just put a blanket over our heads and just like try to wait out the storm. We literally at this point have to center ourselves, right? And now we have to juggle so much more. There's so many women who are, you know, juggling full families at home now. You know, people who are trying to figure out how they're going to eat. And then there are people who are thinking, my God, I do not necessarily have job security. How do I, in fact, pivot in a time like this to even become an entrepreneur?
Right. And so one of the biggest keys I can give you, because these are things that I'm dealing with as well, is to find silence. You really have to find a place of internal peace and silence. And the reason why you have to do that is because you have to put yourself in a receptive mode. so that you can hear and understand the direction that is going to come to you. Because
Right.
this is a very spiritual process. This is a spiritual war that we're going through.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
this is the time where we have to connect to our ultimate being, to our divine guidance, to God, to Jesus. I know many people believe in different things, but in all actuality,
Whatever you believe in,
right, there's one
connect.
divine source of which we are all a part of. And right before all of this happened, I was so pleased, because as crazy as the world can seem and is, there's undeniably an awakening amongst people, right? Where a lot of people are stepping into a new realities, new powers, and just new ways of living, and being very connected to God's source. And so when you are still, and it may take a lot for you to be still, this is not about never being scared. This
Right.
is not about knowing the way all the time. What we are enabled to do, which makes it such a great time anyway, because when life is happening as we once knew it, everybody was so busy. We
Right.
were trying to find time
Super
to do all
busy.
these things. So life is busy in a different way, but it also, we all also have time that we didn't
Right.
have before.
Right.
We are literally being forced to sit down and figure this thing out. And I believe it's by no accident.
Right.
And so, no matter how horrific things are, because there's a lot of horror going on. And people are losing their family members and their loved ones right now, which is just, there's no words for it. But at the same time, I fully and tremendously believe that, God wins all the time. And so if you can come from that place, it applies to your life as well.
Right.
And, it just takes a lot of faith. I think that's what we really get into, is that it takes so
Right.
much faith.
It's a lot of faith. It does.
It takes a lot of
And
faith.
courage,
Courage.
right? It takes a lot of faith and courage to really transcend from one step to the next. So I think if we can probably say 2 takeaways right now, is that you need to, sit in silence, as in, have a peaceful state of mind, right? And then the second thing is, you definitely, just want to be able to express yourself, right? I want to ask you something, because you and I always talk about manifestation and envisioning your life. What is something that you know for a fact that you have manifested?
I know I manifested my last relationship. I remember we were sitting in my bedroom many years ago. The relationship has come to an end. But Jeanette and I were both single, which we are again. Hey.
I don't know about you, girl.
Oh, well, excuse me, you keeping secrets now? Anyway, I'm beautifully single, and I'm good and working on myself. So this was many years ago. We were like, we want our men, right? And so I remember we literally wrote a list in a book.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met my past lover, you said, he's everything you put on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and I looked at it, I said, oh my gosh, he is. I left some things out. But
happens.
Everything I put on the list, it was definitely him. I've manifested my businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for sure. We are creators. We are creators, and we have to have faith that is we have to really understand that absolutely nothing in this world that you can lie your eyes on besides nature, right? Besides life itself, has come into existence without thought. Is not possible. This pen, this blouse, right? Everything has come into existence because of thought. And so it's just so evidential. It's so basic that
Etienne Charles had said the other day as well too, when we were talking, was that everything that he has was given to him by a mentor, by a teacher, handed down. It's almost like the saying that nothing under the sun is new. So our boundaries are limitless, because there's no way that we can fathom or conceive everything. As Right. So as we wrap up a little bit, I wanted to ask you, what was one thing about yourself that you really love?
I'm so thankful for my heart. I love my heart. I love my heart because it gives me it's just so fulfilling to me to have so much love. I love the fact that God has blessed me with a lot of love in my heart, and I love life so much. I love my life so much. I love people. I love bringing joy. I love witnessing joy. Um, and I even love the struggle, because without struggle there is no joy.
Right.
Just the essence of life itself for me. Um, is extremely fulfilling, and it gives me purpose. It gives me responsibility, which I think we need to look at differently, right? How can and you can use it as motivation, right? You can use it as energy. The gifts that we have, the ideas that we have, are our responsibility to bring to fruition.
Absolutely. I honestly, I believe that I have, new ideas, both of us, we have new
All the
ideas
time,
every day, all the time. It's,
every
and
Monday
I'm thankful
morning.
that's the name of my company, every Monday morning, because, just like I definitely always feel blessed that I have a ton of ideas, but also I have the motivation to take something and go from one step to the next step to the next step, even if we can't see the entire um
You never
journey.
see the
There are
entire journey.
parts that we can see,
Yeah.
right? Listen, thank you so much for coming and chatting with me. Before you go, I'm going to let you tell our viewers something about your business and how you can help them and how to connect with you.
Yeah, sure. So before I do that, I want to leave everybody with one idea for their own businesses, especially as a lot of people are thinking, how can I make more money right now? How can I transition and support?
Put your headphones on, sorry.
Oh,
Let's try that again. Yeah,
okay.
I'm getting so much feedback. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you guys what it is. So typically, I go from my program and I go live on Facebook, and it wasn't allowing me to go to Facebook, so I went live on YouTube, and
Okay.
then I am combining it with the Instagram. So go.
All right. So everyone, I just want to leave you with something that I learned about when you're starting a business. You really want to start with um, a passion point, something that you are naturally good at, something that you're going to bring something unique to the table, but it's also going to be fulfilling to you, because like anything in life, it's not easy working a job for 25 years. It is definitely not easy starting a business, going through 6 states, and then driving all the way back in the same day. And so you want to make sure that you are on your journey to getting money. And I hope it comes to you sooner than later. But on your journey, you really need to make sure that you're going to have some type of fulfillment that's going to give you the energy and the fuel you need to make it to the finish line. And then that finish line is going to keep moving.
Right.
So I just want to leave you with that. So you can find out more about me. My mission is to help you get clean, healthful, sustainable water that is going to not only improve your health, protect your health, but it's going to save you money and time, take out the really crazy contaminants that are in our water, and just give you the security that you need to know that when you're feeding food to your babies, when you are preparing your beverages or doing whatever you do, just drinking a nice tall glass of water, that it's chemical free. And I also do that with air and surface purifiers that are FDA lab tested to kill the coronavirus, not COVID-19, because nobody has that sample yet, but other coronaviruses like MRSA, H1N1, things
Mhm.
like that. And so you can find me at trulycleanairandwater.com. That's trulycleanairandwater.com. My name is Heather Kollar, and I send you my very, very best. Love from the top of my heart, everybody.
My girl. All right, honey. Love you. Talk to you later.
All right.
Thank you
Bye-bye,
for coming on the
JJ.
show. Bye, honey.
Bye.
All right. So that was my girl, Heather Kollar, guys. Listen, I was having some real technical difficulties today, but I did not let that stop me. So do not let anything stop you. Oh, sorry. I am so happy to have each one of you guys on today. I spoke with Sharon Flax, Brutus, Director of Tourism from the British Virgin Islands, but a BVI gladiator. Listen to me, a woman of all women. And then I spoke with my good friend Heather Kollar, who is in fact a superpower sister, just like myself. And she talked to us a little bit about just self-empowerment, right, and how to be more connected with God. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode from my new virtual series, Checking In, and I am checking out. Bye, guys. Probably check me a little bit later on TikTok for more vibes. Mm-hmm.